Man once said, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. That great man was Benjamin Franklin. He, like the most of us, knew the importance of being prepared. But what exactly is a prepper? Some of you might have heard of this, some of you may not have. It is a relatively new term being used by popular culture, and it refers to a person or persons who take it upon themselves to be prepared for any situation, be it natural disaster or civil unrest. Today, I will be introducing you to the small ways everyone can become a prepper in their own home. There are 3 things essential to human survival: water, food, and shelter. Water is the most important in times of disaster and survival. A human being can live without food for approximately 30 days, but we can't live without water for more than 3 days. The easiest way to store water is to buy bottled water from the supermarket. This is the best way to start your water storage supply with limited resources or income. Another way to store water is to use canning jars. This is not ideal because they might break, but it is effective and they won't leach chemicals in extreme heat like plastic bottles. One more expensive method would be BPA-free heavy-duty polyethylene containers, rain barrels, and bulk tanks. Food is the next most important thing on our list for staying alive during a disaster. Unlike water, food is actually easier to store. One great way to start your food storage supply is to buy canned food from the store. If you are a hunter or have a nice garden, then canning is also a very good way to go for food storage. And it's easy to learn and will stay fresh for years. MREs, or meals ready to eat, is another good way to store food, but they can easily get very expensive. Lately, there have been companies that are making some decent MREs, but it doesn't compare to canned food you can can yourself. With this in mind, I would start with small goals. Start with a 3-day supply of food and work up and add to it as you go. Staying warm and staying safe is something that we all want for our families. Most of us think we have this covered, but in the possibility of disaster and your home being destroyed, we have to think of alternative ways to keep our families safe. One method is what preppers call a bug-out location. It's when things get bad and we have to leave our home. A bug-out location is a place where you can regroup and set up a home base until things calm down, and you could head home or find a new home. Sometimes bug-outs will be your new home. In any case, this would be the best option for people who own land and have a very low population surrounding it. You should also have food supplies and water at your bug-out location in case yours gets destroyed. You should also have supply caches buried along your route in case you need medical supplies, food, or water. Other people have buried their shelters underground, right in their own backyard, so to speak. These are very costly and not for the faint of heart. If you are claustrophobic at all, this option will not be for you. Prepping may sound crazy to some, but many of us do it. It's like an insurance policy for your family. There are many places on the internet to do further research about prepping. It's not only your life, but your loved ones too. Thank you for your time, and God bless.